I'm Nathan, and the weeks we were ignored, followed by the sudden disappearance one morning, became the most heartbreaking chapter of my life. A story I still replay in my mind because it revealed how fragile the connections we take for granted can be, and how swiftly the world can shift from routine to nightmare. Emily, my wife, and I had noticed that our calls and messages to our closest friends, particularly Lucas and Rachel, were going unanswered. Initially, we thought it was normal. Busy schedules, work stress, or simple forgetfulness. But as days stretched into weeks, the silence grew heavy, a pressing weight in our daily lives that left Emily anxious and me restless. Every message went unreturned, every email unopened, every social media post ignored, and yet, we held on to the hope that once life slowed down for them, they would reach out, and that this period of absence was temporary. We tried visiting in person, knocking on doors, leaving notes under mats, only to be met with emptiness, as if the people we loved had evaporated from our lives entirely. The tension mounted quietly but relentlessly, each day bringing a mix of worry, confusion, and helplessness. Then, one morning, the silence broke in the most devastating way. Emily and I awoke to find our friends, Lucas and Rachel, gone without explanation, leaving their homes empty, personal items abandoned, and no indication of where they had gone or why they had vanished. The shock was immediate, paralyzing, as disbelief collided with a deep, aching grief, because the people who had once been constants in our lives had disappeared into thin air. We contacted local authorities, and Detective Harper arrived to take statements, her calm demeanor providing the first semblance of structure amid the chaos. She explained that disappearances of this kind, while rare, often involved underlying stressors, unaddressed crises, or conflicts that escalated beyond the awareness of those left behind. Emily clung to my hand as we recounted every interaction from the past weeks, every subtle sign we had ignored, every unanswered call, trying to piece together a puzzle that refused to form. Even as I spoke, I felt a sense of helplessness so profound that it seemed physical, pressing on my chest with every word. The investigation revealed small clues, notes left in unusual places, changes in social media behavior, a sudden halt in routine, that hinted at distress, fear, and perhaps intentional disappearance. The heartbreak was compounded by the realization that absence can speak volumes, and silence can communicate more than confrontation ever could. Emily and I spent nights awake, alternating between hope and despair, imagining what could have caused our friends to vanish, and fearing what might happen if they could not be found. Each day without news was a torment, the uncertainty gnawing at our minds, because knowing someone's pain is one thing, but watching their absence is a cruelty that tests the limits of patience, love, and empathy. Messages we sent weeks prior, unanswered and ignored, replayed endlessly in my thoughts, a haunting reminder that connections we assume are secure can crumble without warning. Weeks turned into months, and the void left by their disappearance reshaped our lives. Emily and I learned to navigate grief that was both anticipatory and unresolved, mourning not only the physical absence of Lucas and Rachel but also the loss of certainty, trust, and the daily routines that had defined our friendship. Detective Harper remained in contact, providing updates whenever any clue surfaced, but the emotional toll remained ours alone to bear. Friends and family tried to comfort us, but the absence was tangible, a presence in every room, in every quiet moment, reminding us that sometimes the world can shift without reason, leaving heartbreak and unanswered questions in its wake. Yet, even in that sorrow, we found strength together, learning to hold each other and Lily, our daughter, more closely, cherishing the connections that remained, and understanding that life's unpredictability does not diminish the love we can still offer and receive. The story of those weeks, culminating in the vanishing one morning, became a testament to both human vulnerability and resilience, a reminder that heartbreak can arrive suddenly, but it also leaves room for courage, empathy, and the enduring hope that those we miss may yet be found.